気合だよ。しゃあ。顎見て、顎見て、顎見て、顎見て。ほれ、最後、最後、最後、最後、最後、最後、自分とどう見つめていくかだよ。顎引いて。
I favor fighters for different purposes, but if you ask me who I think is the best fighter I've ever seen since I got in the sport, it's Inoue.
まあやっぱり、ボクシングが好きだからもうそれが一番ですね。はい。もう好きでなければもう多分とっくにやめてると。
A full day in the life of Naoya Inoue unfolds with nonstop intensity, discipline, and focus as he prepares for one of the biggest fights of his career against Junto Nakatani. Every part of the day is carefully structured around improvement, recovery, and maintaining the championship mentality that has turned him into one of the most feared fighters in boxing. From the moment he wakes up until the final recovery sessions late at night, every drill, movement, and training decision serves a purpose. The camp is not simply about staying in shape. It is about sharpening every weapon that has made Inoue an undefeated multi-division champion. The day begins long before sunrise as Naoya Inoue heads outside for early morning roadwork while the streets remain silent and peaceful. These runs form one of the most important foundations of his preparation because championship boxing demands elite stamina, endurance, and explosive conditioning over long rounds of intense combat. Inoue moves through empty streets and open roads with complete concentration, gradually building rhythm and momentum as the session continues. Alongside long-distance running, he mixes in sprint intervals and explosive movement drills designed to strengthen his legs, improve agility, and sharpen balance. These exercises are especially important because his fighting style depends heavily on speed, fast directional changes, and explosive offensive movement. The
まあもうなおの戦いにしてもタクの戦いにしても
After finishing roadwork, the first physical training session begins in a lighter but extremely controlled manner. The focus shifts toward stretching, flexibility drills, mobility work, and carefully structured shadow boxing. While these exercises may appear simple compared to heavy sparring or power sessions, they are critical for preparing the body properly before the real intensity begins later in the day. Inoue eases himself into motion gradually, activating muscles and improving flexibility while maintaining complete focus on technique and balance.
Hey, 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 3、2、1。こういうとこがセットなんですよ。今の僕の自分ないです。顔もだけ。
Once Inoue arrives at the gym, the atmosphere changes completely. The peaceful calmness of the morning disappears and is replaced by the sounds of gloves crashing against pads, heavy bags swinging violently, and trainers shouting instructions across the gym floor. The environment immediately feels more intense and competitive. He begins with technical drills designed to sharpen combinations, improve timing, and refine defensive reactions. Trainers constantly push him to repeat sequences until every movement becomes automatic. The heavy bag session is where Inoue fully unleashes his power. Unlike many fighters who throw wild and reckless punches, Inoue's offense is built around compact, precise, and technically perfect shots. Every punch carries explosive force while still remaining controlled and balanced. As combinations explode against the heavy bag, the sound echoes throughout the gym, reminding everyone watching why he has developed a reputation as one of the most dangerous punchers in boxing today.
やっぱりその直哉の距離をしっかりキープして、例えば足を止めてグイグイいくとやっぱりすごくピカソって好戦的なんで、やっぱりしっかりと打ち返してきてっていう向こうの土俵には入りたくないんですよ。だからしっかりと直哉の距離をキープしてヒットアンドエイで自分のパンチは当たるんだけども相手のパンチを外すよっていうのを繰り返しながら崩してダメージ与えてっていう感じで、自分の今のイメージはそういう感じで組み立てていきたいかなっていう、思ってます。そうですね、やっぱりどの試合もそうですけど、集中力ですよね。やっぱり集中してると、その場その場の瞬間判断がやっぱりいち早くやっぱりできると思うんですよ。やっぱりその気を抜いたりとか一切しないで、その集中できた時。
However, inside camp everyone understands that raw power alone will not guarantee victory against Junto Nakatani. Nakatani presents a completely different challenge because of his height, reach, timing, composure, and technical discipline. These factors force Inoue to continue evolving rather than relying only on the strengths that brought him success in previous fights. To prepare properly, Inoue reportedly completed nearly 80 rounds of sparring throughout camp against a wide variety of opponents chosen specifically to simulate different situations and fighting styles. Sparring is where the intensity of the day reaches its highest point. Every round is treated with the seriousness of an actual fight, with no room for careless mistakes or lapses in concentration. The atmosphere becomes extremely competitive as Inoue tests himself against fresh opponents designed to imitate specific parts of Nakatani's style. Each sparring partner represents a different piece of the puzzle. Some mimic Nakatani's height and reach advantages, while others focus on his timing, defensive patience, or sharp counterpunching.
またフィリピンから今度はフィリピンから夜10時に到着するんだけど、でこの2人にこう試合までやってもらって、これで完璧に仕上がると思います。
Throughout camp, Inoue places enormous focus on footwork and coordination. Countless hours are spent practicing precise movements designed to keep him balanced, explosive, and unpredictable inside the ring. At the elite level of boxing, positioning and timing can determine the outcome of an entire fight, making footwork one of the most important aspects of preparation. His drills include rapid directional changes, pivots, defensive movement patterns, and angle creation exercises that improve both offense and defense simultaneously. Outside the gym, Inoue's diet remains disciplined, simple, and deeply rooted in traditional Japanese cuisine. Rather than relying on extreme diets or flashy nutrition trends, he focuses on clean, balanced meals that provide the nutrients necessary for recovery, endurance, and maintaining peak physical condition throughout camp. His meals often include rice, fish, vegetables, and light broth-based dishes that support sustained energy while helping control weight naturally.
やばいぞ俺は。あっち。お出汁で、お出汁。いただきますね。どうもいただきます。
Despite the strict structure of training camp, Inoue occasionally allows himself small moments to relax after difficult sessions by going out to eat at local restaurants. These outings are usually calm and simple rather than extravagant, reflecting his quiet personality outside the ring. For Inoue, these meals are not about luxury or public attention.
海苔サラダ、銀だらをそうですね、4つフグあります？フグもいっちゃうんですか？フグいっちゃうじゃん。
Many boxing experts and former champions believe Naoya Inoue possesses some of the most dangerous punching power in modern boxing regardless of weight class. His dominance, precision, and ability to finish opponents have led some analysts to compare certain aspects of his greatness to legends such as Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao. What makes Inoue's offense so frightening is his ability to generate knockout power from short, compact combinations. He does not need large swinging punches to hurt opponents. Instead,
Great as Floyd is, as great as Cotto was, as great as Pacquiao was, I think this guy has another level.
His punches sound different. They sound like gunshots. Like, how can a guy so little create such power?
You hear the power, you don't just see it.
His punch is fast, strong, pinpoint,
Caught perfectly.
He's got defense, he's got speed, he's got footwork.
He's one of the best combination punchers in boxing. Always balanced.
If you ask me what's a perfect fighter, I'd say
Inoue has recently spoken with tremendous confidence regarding his place at the top of boxing. He openly stated that he considers himself the #1 fighter in the world today, even ahead of elite champions such as Alexander Usyk and Terence Crawford. This confidence comes from years of dominance across multiple divisions, an undefeated professional record, and a long history of knockout victories against world-class opposition.
About the pound-for-pound list, I've been on record saying you're my #1 pound-for-pound, but the three guys that everyone talks about are you, Alexander Usyk, and Terence Crawford. Where do you rank yourself amongst the three in the pound-for-pound conversation?
まあでもいつでも自分が一番だと思ってやってますから。
Me too. Now, your nickname is the Monster. Everyone calls you the Monster. First, who gave you that name?
Mr. Wash.
Oh, Mr. Ross, right here. Oh, you are a very ferocious fighter in the ring. When did you realize that you had this like supreme power?
まあパワーではなくて、そのまあ当てる能力というか。
Meanwhile, Junto Nakatani's camp has also been extremely intense and highly focused. Nakatani has spent weeks sparring against elite-level partners specifically selected to recreate the pressure, speed, and unpredictability he expects to face against Inoue on fight night. His team has emphasized timing, durability, defensive awareness, and tactical adaptability throughout the camp. Nakatani has made it very clear that he is not intimidated by Naoya Inoue despite the monster reputation surrounding him. In interviews, he explained that he views Inoue simply as another human being rather than an unbeatable force. According to Nakatani, Inoue is still vulnerable and capable of being defeated. He has repeatedly stated that he is not entering the fight merely to compete, but to win by knockout.
He has the nickname The Monster, but I would imagine you feel he's not a monster, that he's just a man, but he comes with that aura. What's your impressions of that?
モンスターというふうに言われていて、怪物っていう意味、ネックネームじゃないですか。で、潤太選手は人間だと。で、そのオーラみたいなのっていうのは、その怪物というオーラみたいなのを感じてます。感じますか？
いや、まあ普通のって言ってるかあれですけど、まあ人間は人間なので、はい。
Yeah, he feels Naoya Inoue is a human being, just human.
Monster Hunter?
Yeah, Monster Hunter.
そうですね、まあそういう構図になると思います。
Nakatani has also stated that he feels fully prepared both mentally and physically for what many expect to become one of the biggest boxing events in Japanese history. Speaking confidently ahead of the showdown, he explained that facing Inoue is something he has worked toward for years. Moving through different weight divisions and continuously improving his skill set were all part of a long-term plan to eventually compete at this elite level. Nakatani understands the magnitude of fighting an undefeated champion like Inoue, but he insists that complete focus and fearlessness are necessary to succeed in a matchup of this size.
The pressure, because this is a huge fight. It's like the biggest fight in Japanese history. Like, do you feel the pressure? Is it extra motivation?
まあこのキャンプでやってきたことを発揮できるかどうかっていう緊張感ありますけど、まあ戦いに行く上ではもうやることはやってきているので、はい、準備万端っていう感じです。
He's ready, 100%. But he just a little bit anxious about this training camp. His job, he can express on the ring or not. But he do everything perfect, making condition and preparation. He's very happy.
Jesse Rodriguez, widely known as Bam Rodriguez, believes the showdown between Naoya Inoue and Junto Nakatani could become the biggest boxing event ever held in Japan. He described it as a historic collision between two undefeated champions operating at elite levels of the sport. Rodriguez also revealed that he plans to attend the fight personally because he wants to experience the atmosphere firsthand.
Maybe you'll correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think you'd have any problem going to Japan.
Some fans and analysts believe Naoya Inoue is not as globally famous as his talent deserves, especially outside Japan. A major reason often mentioned is his lack of interest in heavy self-promotion and worldwide media attention. Unlike many Western boxing stars who constantly appear on podcasts, interviews, social media campaigns, and press tours, Inoue maintains a very quiet and disciplined lifestyle. His interviews are usually short and respectful, often conducted through translators, and he rarely seeks attention away from the ring. While this calm personality reflects humility and professionalism, some believe it limits his visibility in international markets where entertainment value and public personality often influence fame as much as actual talent.
To fans, so it leaves a lot to the imagination.
Do general sports fans know him like maybe Sugar Ray Leonard or Mike Tyson? Probably not. He is disconnected in America because most of his fights are occurring in Japan.
物心ついた頃から ボクシングをやってる。でもうそれが生活の一部になってる。
まあボクシングが好きだから続けられてる。まあ多分どの仕事も一緒ですよ。もうそれはそこの自分がやってるものに情熱が欠けてきたら絶対成果落ちてくる。
As Naoya started on his career, he started to win amateur titles. He started to get the attention of people in Japan. They said, hey, wait a minute, we got to look at this guy. He turned professional at just 19 years old.
The hardcore movement, because the way he was climbing the ranks, the way he was going up in weight, but also carrying his power. He's getting smarter and he's getting more.
Inoue himself has explained that there is very little difference between who he is inside the ring and who he is outside of it. According to him, he does not intentionally create separate personalities for interviews, media appearances, or public attention. The calm, respectful, and composed person fans see after fights is simply his real personality in everyday life. The only major transformation happens during training and competition when he mentally switches into complete focus mode and becomes fully locked in on performance and victory. Outside those moments, he prefers remaining relaxed, humble, and natural instead of adopting a dramatic public image. Now at 32 years old, Inoue has also started reflecting more seriously on the future beyond boxing.
はい。
井上尚弥はどういう人間ですか？リングの外の人生で、井上尚弥という人を定義づけている、そののはどういう部分？
まあ基本変わらないですね。はい。まあリングの上は別ですけど、試合終わった後のインタビューとかも、まあ多分そのまま出ちゃってる。そのままのテンションで、そのままのなんかこうあえてそのね、その勝利者インタビューだから自分をこう出して井上尚弥として井上尚弥を見せようとかそういうのもなくて、あれが多分そのままの、練習に入ればやっぱりスイッチもありますし、やっぱり雰囲気あるなっていう人もいるんですけど、終わってしまえば本当に普通に、もうありのままにって感じ。
The anticipation surrounding Naoya Inoue versus Junto Nakatani continues growing as fans around the world prepare for what many believe could become one of the greatest fights in Japanese boxing history. Both men enter undefeated, both carry elite-level skill and dangerous knockout power, and both believe they are destined to win. Will Inoue's explosive offense, championship experience, and devastating precision once again prove too much for another challenger?